Watch this if you want to be a better counselor in 31st in the game. First we're gonna have to talk about preparing. So if you want to prepare for an attack for Jason, you gotta have to find a good house, like this I am in right now, and then you wanna loot and lock and close all of the doors and open the ones from the inside. So when you're done looting, then you wanna open all of the windows in the house, so if Jason breaks in, then you have an easy way to get out. When you prepare the house, you wanna go out to the closest house around you and look for stuff, for like bear traps and stuff. Sadly, I didn't find any bear traps in my house, but hopefully I can find one in this house so I can immediately arm it. And if you do have a bear trap in your house, then immediately place it at the doors. And you should also get a second bear trap if your house has 2 doors. And also, call Tommy Jarvis, because if you die and he's not spawned yet, then you always have a chance to become him. So that's always a good idea. If you found a bear trap, you wanna take it to the house that you have already prepared and place it at the doors. And you just need 2 bear traps, so you don't need to go around looking for more. So if you found Jason and he's not very friendly enough to kill you, then you gotta have to know how to fight him. And that's what I'm gonna tell you how to do now. So if you wanna fight Jason, you need to have a good weapon like a baseball bat, axe, or something else that's a very good stun. And when you're fighting Jason, you're gonna have to like spin in circles and stuff. Because that will confuse him, and he'll probably swing towards you like this stupid Jason does. And when he swings at you, then he will be stunned for like a little second or so. You should take the moment to hit him. It's always good to fight it when you have teammates around, but let's say one of them tragically passes away, then you're on your own. To fight Jason alone, you can't rely on your teammates, so you better have a pocket knife up your sleeve, like I do, but if you don't, then you better run to the nearest house and try to arm it. Unless you're close to your already armed house, then you should immediately go to that one. And when you loop in the house, close the doors in Jason's face. You can even take weapons and hit him or shoot him with them. But I recommend just taking weapons if you need to. Usually get out of the windows when it gets close to you, and then you can always stay at the windows to make sure that if it goes outside, then you can just go right back in, and that's called looping because you're basically going in circles. And if it destroys a window, place the traps or anything else, then you can just go to another house and do the same until there's no houses left. And then the game is probably ended. So that's basically how to loop Jason's. But I'm gonna show you a bit more how to loop him and trick him and stuff. Let's say you're in a position like me and Jason's right behind you and you have a door. I would recommend you not to loot unless you absolutely know that you have enough time. And you always have to open a window if it's not already open. Then you wanna wait for Jason to burst through the door. That's how to deal with this situation. And as quickly as he bursts through the door like he's about to now, then you just jump out of the window and you can stay and loop him like normally. But if he breaks the window, immediately hit him. That will stun him if you're lucky, and you will just get a free hit. But I don't totally recommend it, but it is really good to do if you want to escape. So if he gets enraged, he's enraged when the mask pops up on the map and Pamela starts laughing, then you cannot stun him, you cannot do anything. The only thing you can stun him with is bear traps and to take off his mask, nothing else. So then you wanna go and look for a weapon that is much damage. Because if it has a lot of damage, then you can easily take his mask off and stun him. And weapons with a lot of damage are machetes, axes, and fire pokers. So if you're in a house and Jason decides to pay a visit, then you better close all of the doors in his face like I already told you to. But this time he's enraged and he will immediately be able to break doors and walls very quickly. So you better think fast. You wanna close doors in his face, immediately jump out of the window if he tries to get you, because if you don't jump through the window very quickly, then he will be able to grab you, and you don't want that. But when you get to another house, you should take the window behind the house and don't lead him to the main door, because that will make him go behind the house instead of going to the main door and just breaking it down. So now you have a little more time to fight him. And as I said before, you always want to hit him in the windows, because that's always a good idea. If Jason got into the house and he did not step in a trap, then you wanna do like you always do. Close doors in his face. Sadly, I'm lagging a bit right now, so I kind of got grabbed like that. But luckily I had a pocket knife, so that was no problem. But because now we don't no longer have a pocket knife, if you have a door with a trap, if you're stupid or blind or both, Jason, then he can just go in the trap and they will buy some more time to run to the next house. I wouldn't recommend you standing at the door like I did waiting. You're better off just running to the next house. If you got any teammates still alive, then immediately go to them, because they will be able to help you, and then you can have some support for you if in case you get grabbed or anything. You might be in a situation where I am, and Jason is right outside. As quickly as you hear the door breaking down, immediately jump through the window without even looking. And in my case, the police are here, so you should go and immediately try to escape. If Jason is around, then you should just try to loop him and try to go around. But in my case, he's very far away, so you could just take it easy, regen some stamina, maybe spray if you're injured, and then when you got enough stamina, you should just run towards him and hope that he does not grab you. And you wanna juke around the trees and stuff, so he absolutely cannot grab you. If you would be in Jason's situation, you should have entered stalk mode and catch the survivors. But this Jason is very stupid, so he did not decide to do so. After hitting full bar stamina, I decided to just sprint towards him and just pray for the best. He could have easily catch me right there, but luckily I was a bit faster than him and he did not do that. So this is how to survive in Friday the 13th game as a counselor. Hopefully you enjoyed. Goodbye.